All right, and a good day to all of y'all out there in Particle Land. Paulie Mac reporting live from the Wynn Hotel in Las Vegas. Day, what is this? I don't even know. See, it gets all blurry awfully quickly here in Vegas. Tony, you know how you pull into the drive-through of like a Popeye's fried chicken, a Kentucky fried chicken. You're like, yeah, man, give me a 5-piece, give me a couple of biscuits, give me some of those mashed potatoes, and make it extra crispy. That's me right now, dude. I'm coming at you live from Las Vegas, Tony. Extra crispy. Night one of the Sphere is in the books. We had a great time last night. Bob Weir and the boys broke out, coming out of space, broke out Death Don't Have No Mercy. That, for me, was like, wow, that was a body blow. Big night, big show. Got to do it again tonight. I got Winks flying in, round two. Tony, I'm trying to pick up the pieces. We got to talk NFL drafts. I got to talk Jimmy Butler's health, and we got to talk about what the Giants are doing right now because they are just tearing shit up. But Creative Tony, before we talk Longbridge, I want to say good morning to you, and I dig your new Longbridge schnazzy T-shirt you're wearing, Giants colors and all. How you doing, buddy?
Dude, as you know, I'm good. As you know, I broadcasted from Longbridge yesterday, spent a lot of time at Longbridge. Got myself a nice new Longbridge tee. You can get those. They're up for sale, as well as all the PMP merch. They are for sale at Longbridge. But, dude, great time at the ballpark yesterday, man. Great vibes at Oracle Park. I can't stress that enough, man. We had a really fun time. And then also, we can talk about the Niner draft a little bit. Sure. I mean, they have 2 picks today, I think. Is that right? I think they have 2 picks today. Or no, they have one round 2. I forget. I got to look it up, man. But it's like, I'm crispy too, Paulie. I'm still riding the afterglow of my show on Wednesday.
I understand. I understand.
But yeah, I was very happy for you because I love the song Loser, and they played Loser for you last night. And I was like, yes, dude.
I didn't know you were a loser head, dude. I'm a loser head too, dude, because I got no chance of losing this time. Because I got no chance of losing this time. Exactly. All night long, dude. See, now I'm getting wound up again. I need this. I need a little shot of energy, dude. I was dead to the world in a coma. And I'm like, shit, I better go get some coffee and get my scene together because I got to do a show in about an hour. So, dude, I ran downstairs and they got one of these kind of to-go cafe situations going. Tony, might as well be a battlefield in Vietnam. It's every man for himself down there. It's like I'm jockeying, you know, these women with the workout clothes on. I got a pack of dudes doing a bachelor party thing. I'm just trying to get a couple of coffees. That's all. But I finally retrieved them, got back up to the room. I'm in one piece. I'm taking it very slow today, Tony. Very slow.
It's a scene, man. It's always like when you go down from your room down to the lobby of any of those big hotels, it's a world colliding to the umpteenth degree, man. You got the hippies, you got the really fancy pants people that are there to just, you know, strut their stuff. And
they do. There's a lot of strutting going on, Tony. My biggest, let me tell you, my favorite visual in Vegas is when you're coming back from a show, you're a little crispy, a little electric, and you're walking through the casino, and there they come. Here they come. The 25-year-old woman with the incredibly revealing skin tight dress, and then the 75-year-old dude from, you know, Arkansas who's out here for the weekend, and he's bought himself a little companionship as they roll through. You know what I'm talking about, dude? These mismatches. It's like, damn, you don't belong with that girl. She's your daughter, for God's sakes. But anyway, no, Vegas is a trip, dude. It's great for people watching, but it's tough when you're trying to put the wheels back on, which I am right now.
No question, dude. And by the way, kudos to you for doing the show in the first place. Love it. And I'm sure the PMP Army loves it too. And on behalf of the PMP Army, I want to say thank you because Mark Graves is a perfect example of how they have our backs, Paulie. Mark Graves commented that the Niners have the 43rd pick today and the 75th pick today. So I knew they had 2. That's what I said at the gate. So Mark, thank you for clarifying. And I want to get into the 43rd pick because we can get into their picks.
Well, let's do it like this to put the proper Tony and Paulie particles on the picks. Number 43, shout out Dana McLemore. And then, don't sleep on Dana McLemore, dude. The guy, he paid his dues. No. Tony, you give me your favorite 75 before we proceed.
Well, I'm going to go 43, Dave Dravecki, also for the Giants. And I'm going to go 75. It's got to be Zito or Kevin Fagan, one or the other. Zito or Kevin Fagan. Okay,
that's fine with me. Take a big sip.
Let's welcome Bruce Bochy back to the Bay Area because he's in town with his Rangers. So I'm really excited that Boch is in town. I hope that the Giants sweep his Rangers, but it's nice to have Bochy back in town. So Paulie, stand by.
Yeah. Well, I'm back in town, Tony. How you doing? You shave your face. You're looking handsome. Give old Uncle Boch a hug. I love Boch. Welcome back to the city by the bay, Boch. You will always be the king of San Francisco in my book, no matter what the year, what the circumstance. I don't care if Bruce Bochy's a fugitive from the law. I don't care if Bruce Bochy's robbing banks on a crime spree and he's like just trying to escape across the countryside, he's got safe harbor with Paulie Mack. I'll tell you that. I will help him hide the bodies, dude. Bruce Bochy, crown on his head, crown his ass. He's my king for life. But you know what's kind of cool about Boch coming back, Tony, is now he'll be on hand for the Brandon Crawford ceremony tomorrow.
Yep, totally. And stand by.
If you need a beer, grab a beer.
Thank you, Big T. I do need a beer, actually. I actually do need a beer. I don't have any in the room. I got a bottle of wine within reach, but I don't want to go there. It's a little early. Tony, let me talk to you about Longbridge Pizza on a Friday high noon broadcast, if I may, as a gentleman. Longbridge Pizza is a place I'd love to be right now. I wish I could order up a Paulie Mack particle pie as we speak. And give me like a big tall glass of ice water with that just to get the hydration happening. Now, Creative Tony, I think you should actually take the reins today because you spent time at Longbridge yesterday. Unbeknownst to me, that was like a nice surprise. You broadcasted live from Longbridge. So tell us about the experience firsthand.
Dude, it was a great experience. And then my wife and kids went back afterwards. It's Longbridge is just, it's got everything you want. It's got the good music. It's got the good beer. It's got the good food. It's got the good vibes. It's got the good decor, and it's got the good people. Right. And Andre was there yesterday to greet me and help me with the broadcast. And then Neil showed up, and Neil took a great video of me taking the scooter to the ballpark that we can show later on in mailbag, in the mailbag section of the show, because Paulie loves that I take scooters around the town.
No, I really don't. But we're going to talk about it. Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll examine the whole thing because I saw some footage. It was very disturbing. I was trying to have a good time at the Sphere. I'm dancing with the dead. All of a sudden, I get a video sent to me of Tony riding down the street on a scooter. I'm like, oh. It was like a bad. It turned my night into a bad trip. I'm like, we're gonna have to talk about this. But anyway, go ahead.
And the best part too is I was literally just setting up myself to get on the scooter, and I knew Neil was coming in. Neil Donardi of Longbridge Pizza. I knew he was coming in, but I thought I was going to miss him because he was coming in later. All of a sudden, this dude walks up, and he's just watching me like struggle with the whole setup for the scooter.
That's what you get.
He goes, dude, I got to capture this on film. I got to capture the video for Paulie. And so
Neil's instincts were spot on, dude. Neil, way to be on top of the moment, dude, because I needed to see this, examine it, and frankly, critique it, Tony. But we'll get there. We'll get there
later. And also, dude, the Paulie Mack's Pizza is on display. You can get it. Go get it. And let me share this too while we can.
Share it. Share the women. Share the wine, Tony.
That's I got to get the banner out of the way for the love of Pete. There we go. Paulie Mack's Pizza, tomato sauce, mozzarella, Meister sausage, shaved onion, pecorino romano. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful site. Get it.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh, dude, no, I'm serious, man. It is a beautiful pizza, man. It's delicious. So, but also the salads are good. Everything's good. And Neil's just he's so chill, dude. And then also I walked through the kitchen to put some stuff in the office. Yeah. Everybody saying hello. Everybody like having fun. It's like a really fun kitchen, man. So your food
hello.
is love. Yeah.
Hello. You walk through the kitchen. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, your food's made with joy and love, and I just can't speak enough for not just the food, but the experience, man. And walking through the freaking Dog Patch neighborhood, dude. That neighborhood is quickly becoming my second favorite neighborhood in San Francisco behind North Beach. Like seriously, it's got a vibe. It's great. And then we went and we're at the ballpark, and then the kids and I and Megan took scooters back from the ballpark to Longbridge. So I don't have video of that, but I do have the fact it's a quick cruise, or even if you walk, it's 15 minutes. Chase Center's less than that, and we took the train. It's a great scene. So 2347 3rd Street at Longbridge Pizza, man. And lastly,
sure.
SF Gate just did something on Longbridge, by the way. If you search a Longbridge Pizza on SF Gate, they just did something today about them having one of the best burgers, if not the best burger in San Francisco. And they do a whole piece on Longbridge Pizza. So check that out as well.
Wow. Okay. That's great to know, actually, because we hadn't talked about the burgers very much. And I would like to try one next time I go to Longbridge. What'd you eat yesterday? What'd you have yesterday when you were there?
Oh, hold on one sec, P. I want to present this real quick. So stand by.
Yeah. Present it to the class, for God's sakes, Tony.
If I could.
Yeah. If you could, we're ready to rock here. Let's see.
All right. And then if you just go like that, it says, here's SF Gates. And it's got a picture of their burger. And it says, just like McDonald's, but better. Burger Gem is hidden next to Warriors Chase Center. It says near Chase Center is a pizza restaurant, but on Tuesdays it has a burger special that rivals some of the city's best.
Okay.
So that's SF Gate, man. I'm an SF Gate fan. We've got Alex Simon at SF Gate, right? Doing sports.
Yeah, he's great. He's been great. Yeah.
Why am I blanking on? Oh, we got Jake Montero, formerly of KMBR over at SF Gate. So we support SF Gate. But check that out. It's just the proper respect that SF Gate is giving to Longbridge, like we do as well.
Well, thank you for the passionate Longbridge spot today, Tony. I appreciate that. And I got to tell you, I actually might have to stop by next Tuesday to sample that burger. I really, because I haven't been to Longbridge. It's been too long as it is. And second of all, it just seems like something I need to try. That burger looked awfully good. Now,
Yeah.
Tony, let us get into some of the matters at hand. We will get to the musical assignment a little bit later on. Tony's got some bookmarks we're going to explore. But Tony, first and foremost, I would like to talk about Jimmy Butler first, just for a second. Then we can talk about the Niner draft. Here's the latest update I have. Let me just read it to you verbatim from Shams Charania. He's got Golden State's Jimmy Butler has been diagnosed with a deep glute muscle contusion. His status for Game 3 against the Houston Rockets is in serious jeopardy. League sources telling ESPN. This is best case, though, because the MRI showed Butler avoided any fractures or structural damage. So in that sense, Tony, it's great. Sounds like I'm not saying like I have a crystal ball, but I had a feeling. I said this yesterday. I thought that there's a good chance I think he'll miss Game 3, but I would expect him back for Game 4 if there's any humanly way possible to play. And I don't know. It's going to be a really interesting night at Chase tomorrow night. I think the refs are going to have to try to corral this thing early in the game. They're going to have to try to control it because it could spiral out of control. The bad blood is boiling, dude, and you don't want this. What I fear, Tony, are suspensions, Draymond taking a step over the line and blowing up in our face. Where are you with the whole thing and the Butler news? How are you feeling about it?
First of all, can we just cut the crap with the contusion and just call it a bruise? Like, why do they get all fancy pants with us? Just call it a butt bruise. It's a bruise deep in his butt. That's what it is. And it's great news because there's no fracture. There's no bone chip. There's none of that. So it's great news. It's the best possible news, I think. But, I mean, hey, Jonathan Kuminga, Steph Curry's been telling you, wait for your chance. Wait for your opportunity. This may just be his opportunity tomorrow, Paulie, in Game 3. I'm actually hoping Butler can play, of course. But if he can't, dude, Kuminga, here's your shot. And I'm not trying to put pressure on the kid, and it's a weird headspace for him to be in, I admit. But also, you're getting paid. You're a professional. This is your time to shine. This is your time to step up. Is that too much pressure to put on the kid? I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think that he already had an opportunity in Game 2. Sorry, I just saw something Rags wrote. It made me laugh. And by the way, what's up, Dom, Scarlet Fire, Marcel, Rising Wolf, Rags, Corinne? Great to see all of you. Noemi, as always. And Dom, I got all those pictures from Sturgill. We'll talk about that in a few minutes, too. Marky Graves, Sanchi, all of y'all. Great to see everybody on a Friday. Tony, Kuminga got minutes in Game 2, and I think, what do you have, 8 points, something like that? Like, he was okay. I don't know that I would call him a difference maker, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, it could be an opportunity. You're not wrong about that. Do you have any part of your brain, psyche, spirit, soul, any part of your being that thinks you might see Jimmy Butler in Game 3?
I do, because of how bad he wants it and how good medicine is, temporary. And Steph's been wearing that butt pad for, I don't know, last month or whatever. Give him like a 2-ply. Give him a 2-ply butt pad. Zap him with whatever you need to zap him with. That's legal, of course. And then
you're talking 2-ply now. I gotta ask a question. 2-ply. What are you talking about? Tell me more about
it. Like not 1 layer, but 2 layers, Or like, toilet paper you can get with 1-ply or 2-ply. I mean,
I don't know. That's just the right medicine for me right now. I needed you dropping 2-ply riffs on me today. I don't know. It's working, bro. That works. It's working for my banged up head, dude. Well, let's tell you what we got to do with Jimmy Butler. I've spoken with the doctors. Let's give him a 2-ply. He should be good to go. You know what I mean?
And I think I want to get into bookmarks right now, P, because again, what we're talking about right now and the physical play and the very, very just like, I don't know, whatever you want to call the refs, how they managed or didn't manage that game 2, and how they need to out of the gates set the tone that this shit's not going to be, we're not going to stand for this shit. So they need to, because some of the videos that I'm going to show you in bookmarks, dude, are just not cool. So if you could stand by, Paulie, I'm just going to get right back into bookmarks.
Tony's up.
Sure, go ahead, laugh if you want to.
For bookmarks.
Maybe that's how you get your kicks. You and your good time buddies.
PMP style.
I got a flash for you, Joy Boy. Party time is over.
Jesus. house music all night long yet. House music all night long. Say what? House music all night long. All right, Tony. Give me what you got. Whatever you got, just lay it on me.
Well, because look at some of this crap, man. It needs to be shared. That's all I'm going to say, Paulie.
Okay.
And you can judge for yourself. We're going to start with bookmarks on. Hang on, one sec. Whoops. Stand by. Come on, give me bookmarks. Come on.
Give me bookmarks or give me death.
Well,
Here we go.
I'm going to start with Warriors, and we'll get to Niners. Okay.
You're all good, baby. All good.
We'll scroll back up to that. So you just already said what Sham Sarani is saying about the deep glute muscle contusion, which is just a deep butt bruise. But we talked about Eamon Thompson, right? Eamon Thompson's the guy who took him out, took out Butler in game 2. And I asked the question to you at last show yesterday: Is Thompson like a dirty player, or like is he? And so then I came across this, and I want to just present this to you, Paul. I'm going to pause it.
Okay.
I'll make the screen larger. And I want to just show you this, and you tell me if you think that's Thompson right there, number one. Here we go. We don't need the music, okay? But look at this. Let's just do a headlock. Let's just throw players around. This is the little footage that somebody put together of Thompson. Look at this guy. I mean, so I don't know. You tell me. You think
he's not even trying to disguise it. That's what's troubling. Yeah, I don't know, boy. The more you see this, the more it upsets me.
Watch. Just throwing elbows. He's running down the court.
That's my guy, Pat Spencer, too. That's not what he treat Pat Spencer. That's my boy.
Dude, and then I'm going to headlock Giannis.
Yep.
I don't know. You just tell me. So I just wanted to give that to the PMP Army, just for their heads, just so they know what they're getting for game 3.
Well, see, this is exactly why, Tony, I said, and I really believe this. I think the referees have to get their hands around this thing, because if this kind of stuff continues, pardon me, I think the series, there's a potential for game 3 to spin out of control. I think they've got to set a tone early. Like, they let him play, dude. Van Gundy with his, look at this 90s basketball. Oh, it's so great. Well, whatever. Now all I know is that the Warriors might not have Jimmy Butler, so I don't know how great all this physicality is for anybody. So I think they've got to draw a line in the sand, show that style will not be tolerated in game 3. At least that's my hope, Tony. That's because if this continues, I do worry, because Draymond's not going to just lay down. He's going to stand up and protect his teammates.
Right.
And but this footage is troubling. I mean, he's not even trying to play basketball. He's just grabbing dudes and throwing them to the floor.
Now watch what Dylan Brooks does to Steph Curry here. Okay, Brooks is the shooter, and watch what he does to Steph Curry here.
All right,
watch this slow mo. Okay, Curry passes by, he hugs him, and then he tries to lock his leg. You see
he leg whipped him. Yeah, he tripped him with his legs. He leg whipped him.
He tries to hug him first, and
was that whistled?
No.
Watch the leg whip right here. Watch the right leg right there.
Yeah,
he scissored him.
Steph's pointing like, "What are you doing?" You know,
and it's just this is a.
He looks like he's trying to hurt Steph, like hug him and then grabbing the leg with his feet. I'm like, that's not cool, man. When the refs see that, they need to see it and they need to handle it in the moment. Right?
Now, if that was LeBron James, he would have laid down on the floor for about 10 minutes while the paramedics came out and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
no freaking question. That's sorry, the bookmark. I didn't.
No, it's okay, but this is really troubling, dude, because this is clearly
totally, dude.
I mean, this is not basketball. That ain't basketball right there.
That's dirty, dude. That's dirty. And then I think I got another Dylan Brooks here. Okay. Oh yeah. Look at this. Look at what.
Well, that's a tackle. That's just a football play. Look at this. Lower your shoulder. Go to the waist. Yeah, now we're playing football.
Is that outrageous?
It is.
What are we doing, man?
It's effing outrageous.
Like, what are we doing?
And by the way, if you look at Gary Payton, he is not expecting to be tackled. Look at his
the whistle's been blown. The whistle's already been blown.
Tony, it's a fucking tackle. It's not even a basket. It's a tackle.
Yes, it's outrageous, man.
Oh, I'm getting upset now.
Yeah. Okay. So that's all. That's the rest. And then here we'll go. We can turn the page and just expect a lot of contact and a lot of I don't know. I'm hoping the refs don't swallow their whistle, but expect it. You know what I'm saying, P?
I do, man. It's gonna be tense tomorrow. There's no getting around that. It's gonna be very tense. Now, this is the Niner. This is the 49er tweet, right? Yeah.
This is the last bookmark. This is the Niners, and it looks like their number 1 pick, their 11th pick, defensive edge rusher out of Georgia, Michael Williams, right here. He's showing up. And they did the Lynch phone call, too, and Lynch was very excited to have him. But, there he is. The big boy, 6'5".
Yeah, man.
Let's go, man.
6'5". You know? Yeah. There you go. So, I don't know, Paulie, we were just talking Dubs. I might as well ask you now, like, how do you feel about their 11th pick and making that a necessity?
Well, I like it. I mean, but it seems like I'm in the minority. That's the thing with the draft. Everybody's always upset about every pick, and nobody's ever happy. But I got to tell you, yesterday, if you remember on the show, I said what I'd like to see the Niners address in this draft is another edge rusher to help balance the load for Nick Bosa, and that's essentially what they're doing right here. But I know that is not a very popular opinion. I think this is a good player from a great program out of Georgia. I think he can. I'm hopeful that he can help the Niners just apply pressure to the quarterback, and if he can become a cause of concern for opposing offensive linemen. Hopefully that frees up Nicky Bosa a little bit more, and maybe he'll have his day. I don't know, Tony. I feel okay about it, but again, it appears as if I'm in the minority. How are you feeling about it? You were saying before the show you weren't that psyched about it.
Dude, so I kind of go as Kruger goes, and I go as our own both. I look Carlos De La Fuente too, of our partner Flex Funding. He's very passionate too about it, and I follow them, and they both were like, "Hey, he's a physical specimen." And he's a good player, but they feel like there were better players out there. And even his own teammate, Jalen Walker, was out there. So who the Falcons ended up drafting. So there's talk about that. Like, did they misfire already out of the gates with their first pick? Moving ahead to the second round, their 43rd pick, dude. This kid, I got to make sure I say his name right. I want to say his name right. Stand by. Ariante Ursery, dude, a 6'6". He's out of Kansas City. He's from Minnesota Gopher. Big boy, dude. Get this stat, Paul. It's the only stat I want to tell you. And I read this last night. I'm like, damn. He's given up 4 sacks in 3 seasons. 4 sacks. He's an offensive lineman. He's a left tackle. 4 sacks in 3 seasons. 4 sacks. He gave up 1 sack this season. I'm like, dude, bring him in and have him just freaking fill it and just stuff people to protect Brock Purdy. That's what I want at 43. And I didn't even realize I was going to go deep on the Niners.
No, I love it. No, dude, I'm in the palm of your hand. I love this. Keep going.
But it's like, I want to protect Purdy, dude. I just want to protect Purdy. It's kind of like how John Mayer has come in to protect Bob Weir, right? Like,
I guess, yeah, that's one way of looking at it, yeah.
I don't know. Protect's the wrong word, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to make Bob a better player, to make, I don't know. Jay Lane brought in on drums. No disrespect to Billy, of course. But Jay Lane brought in on drums because Billy just couldn't tour anymore. Jay Lane has made people around him better. I feel like this kid, but the only thing is that he's left tackle just like Trent Williams. So would you move him over to the right side? I don't know. But I'm saying, get this kid 6'6", dude, just a beast of a dude. And I'm like, let's go. Ariante Ursery. Can we get the Ariante movement going, dude?
You absolutely get the Ariante movement going. It all, by the way, what you're describing to me is reminiscent of like a Kevin Gogan kind of physique.
Yes.
That's all like 6'6".
Yes.
Kevin Gogan unapologetically scaring the living S out of opposing teams for years. When he came on the Niners, dude, I was so happy to your point that because Steve Young needed that protection late in his career, dude. He was getting all those headshots. And when they brought Gogan in, I was like, that's the kind of guy I'm looking for. He'll hit you after the whistle. He'll throw a boot to your ribs. He doesn't care what he's got to do to protect his quarterback. And I love that. So I like your description. Now, Tony, back to Michael Williams for a second.
Yeah.
Tell me more about why that makes you a little uneasy. Do you think it's just that you thought there were other needs that should have been addressed first?
I'm all about the O-line, man. Like if you're going to have Christian McCaffrey, you better make holes for him. If you're going to have pay $60 million for Brock Purdy, you better freaking protect him. And their O-line was not good last year. It just wasn't. Sorry.
Well, I think that is true. Everything you're saying is entirely spot on. But at the same time, Tony, on the other side of that coin, in order to stop drives, in order to get opposing offenses off the field, we've got to get more pressure on opposing quarterbacks this year. And that was a problem last year. Drives were extended constantly on third down because the Niners couldn't get opposing offenses off the field. So I feel like if you can disrupt the rhythms, if you can disrupt the plays, if you can get people in their backfield, get in the quarterback's face, just knock them down, I think that'll show some dividends too. At least that's my hope, Tony. And I always like the guys out of Georgia. I got to be honest. I like the Georgia program, the lineage of great Bulldogs coming to the Niners. We can go 2 for 2. We'll give you Guy McIntyre and Garrison Hurst, the both of them. Two of my.
You just stole my thunder. I know. I was going to say I know why you like Georgia Bulldogs, dude. Because of Guy.
Don't you though? I mean, they've given us great 49ers.
Yeah, no doubt. And dude, on paper, it's a good pick. And you could argue that this guy Ursary and other O linemen you pick later, and that's fine. Dude, they have 11 picks, man, and there's a lot of holes that on both sides of the ball that they need to fill. I mean, Greenlaw gone, Charvarius Ward gone, Hufanga gone. Like, there's a lot of holes.
I still hate that Greenlaw's gone. I still have a hole in my freaking Niner soul over that one. By the way, Tony, any feelings, reactions, comments, thoughts, anything at all you want to share? I'm not so sure I have anything, but I'm curious if you do, because one of the bigger, one of the bigger offshoot stories of the first round of the draft is the fact that Shedeur Sanders did not get drafted after all that hype and all that talk and Deion's kid and this and that and the other thing. Any comments, any feelings? Does that move you in any way? Do you care?
I have a riff about it that's probably not true, but it's a riff that I'm going to throw at you right now.
That's why we're here. That's why we're here, dude. Yeah.
Remember, I wanted to make my little league or youth baseball mockumentary called DND, which is stands for Do Not Draft.
Yeah.
Because there are certain kids, unfortunately, that coaches stay away from because of all of the extracurriculars that come with the kid. Whether it's just an out of control dad or an out of control mom.
You're talking about Little League? You're talking about Little League right now?
You don't want to deal with it. And this poor kid's not getting drafted because whatever. So,
dude, it'd be so great if you just finally one day got so fed up and some angry parent comes up to you and they're like, "God, you Coach Tony, what the hell, man? My son never plays. Why did you draft him?" You'd be like, "You know what, dude? It ain't really your son so much. It's you I have a problem with." That's why I didn't draft your kid. Now get the F out of my face. Yeah.
Every season, people compare notes. The coaches compare notes, and they all have their red area of kids that are red out, that are bold red, do not draft. And it's that's why I want to do my mockumentary. And it's unfortunate. I mean, maybe it's just about the kid. But a lot of times it's about what's behind the scenes. And I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
This team's is Deion just going to be a factor in the behind the scenes with whatever team he goes to? You know what I mean?
I don't know that Deion's a factor. What I've heard is that the kid's attitude might have been a factor. He was acting like he was God's gift to the draft, acting like he was God's gift. I heard he didn't interview well when he did talk to teams. So I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. He's expecting to get drafted tonight in the second round. And by the way, Tony, you were talking about the parents that have the red highlighter for a red flag warning. I saw we had a super fly by a couple of minutes ago. We should get him up there. It was Stevie B. He went flying by Basicchio. Yeah, get him up there. I want to give Stevie some love. He's one of our great listeners.
Right on, Steve.
Oh, there he is. Okay, Stevie, let's see. Wanted this guy from the start. So this is it. So he likes Michael. Good.
Good. No, dude, I don't dislike him. I saw him play at Georgia, and yes, he's a good player. I just we talked about this yesterday. I don't dissect the draft the way Larry Kruger does. And I defer to our guy Larry.
Oh yeah,
even Pecan. We should get Pecan on next week to kind of go after to recap the Niners.
It's a great call right there. Remind me next week because I won't have any brain cells left, but I definitely want to call Pecan. Call. No, I'm already limited, dude. My allotment for this weekend was severely compromised last night. I overreached. You ever do that on night one? You get too excited, you overreach. Mm-hmm. And then I got to pick up the pieces and get back in there tonight. But anyway, Tony, I was going to say I defer to Kruger too when it comes to matters of the draft. Now, how about this, Tony? I'm just going to try to appeal to your comedic side.
Go.
Any extra love for Michael Williams since he's spelling it the preferred way with the Y, M-Y-K-E-L, not Michael M-I-C-A, none of that nonsense. Dude, we're going M-Y-K. Doesn't that? I want to love you, M-Y-K, pretty young thing.
Nice.
I want to love you, M-Y-K. That's my new one. Anyway, Tony, how do you feel about the spelling? I like it. I support it.
Dude, he's got a song already, and he hasn't played a snap for the Niners. That's great.
Yeah.
Dude, of course I'm down. Anything that's out of the ordinary, I'm down with, right? So, and I'm excited if the again, I have to trust in Lynch, of course, right? I have to trust in Kasarik. I have to trust in Shanahan. So of course, and I'm not against the mindset of defensive of having somebody opposite Bosa, but I sure hope today and over the weekend I see some O-line and protection drafted.
I agree. And by the way, Tony, just so you know where I'm coming from, all kidding aside, dude, I'm right there with you. Those were the two areas of need I wanted the Niners to address. Give me an edge rusher. Check. They did that yesterday, and I'm with you on the O-line. You got to address the O-line. You got to beef up the O-line. Tony, go ahead.
Yes, and I'm seeing our boy Losty checking in right now. It says that first of all, he's riffing on Kevin Gogan. He says Kevin Gogan went to Kevin Gogan went to Sacred Heart, and he went to Sacred Heart with Los, 2 years older. He was he was kind of a douche to underclassmen.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised in the least. Some of the stories I've heard, dude, I can't even repeat them on the show. I really can't. Yeah.
It's phenomenal. But he also, Los says he wanted the Niners to trade back and get more picks, which that would have been cool too. Because I mean, don't force the pick if you're not like gung ho about it. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
I just hope that they're just super, super amped about this pick and it works out. But like, just please. And by the way, a little odd that Purdy is still like unsigned or like not unsigned, but like the deal hasn't happened. Like he has 1 year left. But remember we talked about it. They expected to get this done before the draft and all this stuff, and now it's not. And now are they going to go into like training camp without a deal? Like I'm just wondering what's going on.
I'm glad you're bringing that up, Tony. It is funny that it's been dragged out for this long, but I got to be honest. Like every part of my being expects that deal to get done. Yeah. I think that and think of it this way, Tony. Like what Brock Purdy is like, he's already working out. He's at the facility working out, and he doesn't need to be there. These are not like required workouts, but he's there. While, for example, somebody like George Kittle is not there. He's got his hands full with WWE and chugging beers and shit like that. But Brock Purdy has already showed up and started working out. Everything John Lynch has said publicly he's like, dude, I expect this to get done. We're both going in the right direction. We just got to get to a common number. And I'm confident they will. But Tony, think of it this way. The reason I'm encouraged is because it doesn't feel anything like what the Deebo Samuel thing felt like, where he was like, scrubbing the Niners from his social media. Ooh. Or dude, by the way, that to me is like the lamest effing thing of all time. Dude, did you hear? LeBron's going 0 dark 30. He took the fucking Lakers off his Twitter handle. I'm like, do you think I give an S?
Our new symbol for LeBron. Okay?
Dude,
anyone talk to LeBron, just go like that first, okay? Yeah. You go side, I'll go up, all right? Just like
hold on, I got a new technique. I invented a new one. Stand by. Watch this. We're playing peekaboo now during the playoffs. I guess that's LeBron. Dude, what a douche. And he wonders why Mike Jordan doesn't want to give him the time of day. Could you imagine Larry Bird doing some shit like that, dude? Or any of those guys? They would never want to see themselves made to look that ridiculous. But anyway, you go ahead, LeBron. Have a good time with that nonsense. Yeah, peekaboo, dude. Peekaboo, Sanji. By the way, shout out to Devo, De-Evolution. Are We Not Men? We Are Devo. They actually have a song called Peekaboo. They got a song called Peekaboo. Peekaboo, yeah.
Somebody else has a song called Peekaboo. A female singer, Peekaboo. Somebody can help me out. Peekaboo. Come on. Somebody in the PMP Army, please help me out with that. It's like, I want to say it was in the 80s. Peekaboo.
You lost me. I'm not sure. I don't know if I can help you on that one.
Well, you keep going, Paulie. I got to do some research while we keep going. I want to talk Giants ball too, because that was
okay. Okay, let me do that. Let's go like this. Let's go. We got the music of the time, and I got to end just so everybody knows today. I have to shut the door at 1:00 today because our guiding light at the Bay Area Sports Collective, Jeremiah Crow, he is in the building here at the Wynn where I am, and I'm going to go meet him like right after 1:00 because that's the only time I can see him today. So I got to wrap at 1. But Tony, I also we got to get to the music.
We will. I just got to go when the PMP Army comes to have my back. I have to just get there immediately. Susie and the Banshees. Thank you, Noemi. Thank you, Monica Lopez. Susie and the Banshees with Peekaboo. I wasn't losing my mind. Susie and the Banshees. Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Tony, the fact that you just pulled a Susie and the Banshee song out of thin air, I'm very impressed. And by the way, as I like to say with a lot of different artists, Susie and the Banshees, ... I've seen them. I've seen him live. I saw him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Also, in the spirit of Michael spelling Michael Mykel, how about Susie spelling it Siouxsie? There you go. That's Susie. That's how she spells Susie.
Throw an X in that S. You know what I mean? Throw an X right in there for Susie. She's like the queen of the goth scene, dude. Now she's like an old grandmother lady, but she was pretty cool back in the day, man, with all the black and the veils and shit. Did you have any like goth kids in your high school, Tony? Were there any goth?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. And I supported it. I'm all for it. Be you. Be freaking you. That's what I would like, dude. Come on, like. There were jocks, there were, whatever nerds you want to call them. There were the goths. There was like a wrestling crew that they were big. Like,
yeah,
you could tell because of like they were always like you could tell when they were trying to make weight. Like one guy would, anyways, I'm
spitting in cups and all that stuff. Yeah.
I was gonna say, they're like walking around in cups. I'm like, look at this guy.
Now they're out of their effing minds. These guys. No, I got to lose 7 more pounds. I'm like, all right, go nuts. I'm going to get some pizza myself. Yeah.
By the way, Sons of Charlie Master. What's up, Sons? Oh, he had a great tweet. By the way, because Michael Williams was number 13 at Georgia, and he goes, "Oh, looks like Brock Purdy's got to get a new number." But I'm guessing that Michael Williams will take a different number than 13.
I would hope so. Yeah.
That made me laugh. But Sons of Johnny Lee says, "F Jeremiah, stay on."
I really can't do that today, Sons. I wish though.
I know.
By the way,
you're going to meet him in person in Vegas. When we go to Vegas, we have to take advantage of seeing Jeremiah because he lives down there. So,
no, that's the thing. And by the way, Rag's coming in with a great peekaboo. I didn't even think of this. He's talking athletics now. Somebody shout out Peekaboo Street, dude. Yes, remember Peekaboo Street? Sure, Rags, sure. Way to contribute from the highways in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. We love you and we appreciate that. All right, Creative Tony, give me your Giants feelings, your takes. I know you were out there yesterday. Oh, by the way, one more thing. Sorry, before I just slips away. I got to tell you too, Tony, I was telling you about like, it's trippy being in Vegas, man, because like all the hippies, like last night was kind of still a mixture of regular Vegas with a few deadheads sprinkled in. But when I went down for my coffee today, dude, it looks like the ship has come in because there's hippies everywhere now in the hotel. But one of my favorite people watching endeavors in Vegas is as follows. You got your kind of White Lotus-y kind of family, right? They come rolling in. Yep. And they're all well dressed, and the mom is in great shape. The dad's buffed out. He's got his fucking golf shirt on and shit like that. But then in tow, like 7 feet behind him, the fucking disgruntled goth kid, bro, in all black and shit. Beautiful. And you're just like, oh, dude, this is beautiful right here. Beautiful. You got the goth kid listening to The Cure and Robert Smith, Boys Don't Cry, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. The parents are up there. God, what's wrong with Lester? Why does he have to dress this way? But you see them like walking through the casino. It's like, this is just, I could watch this shit all day, man. I could watch this all day. Anyway, Tony, sorry about that. A little diversion. On to Oracle Park and the Giants. Tell me about your experience. They, Roop there it is, didn't do so great. But the Giants continue to find ways to win.
And also, I got to give Rising Wolf some love. He says, shout out Peekaboo Canyon at Joshua Tree. Nice call, dude.
Nice, man.
And also, Steve Bisecchio keeps commenting on he loved last night's set list for you, Paulie. So last night's set list did look really good. How was the Feel Like a Stranger? Was it really good?
Feel Like a Stranger was super funky. I thought it was going to be a set closer. I'm like, this has got a really long jam. They're funking it out. I go, this is probably the end of the first set. And then right after Stranger, Mayer started playing Bertha. So they closed the first set with a really nice. But to me, the thing really heated up in the second set. There was a really muscular, if I may, Tony, a muscular St. Stephen, a really intense other one. And then from there, it was just all emotion. I got emotional last night, dude. I got emotional.
Give me Black Muddy River all damn day. So I love on there too. And it was like, like there were some of the slower tunes, but those are the slower, emotional, like rip your heart out of your chest tunes. Like
no, they do. And for me, Tony, just so you know, like that Black Muddy River, it caught me off guard last night, and that was the last song I ever saw Jerry Garcia sing in person. I was like,
wow.
Yeah, it was the last song I ever saw Jerry sing, and seeing that last night, I got misty a few times. My tears were welling up a couple times.
Nice, good.
In the show. And then Bobby, I want to close it out with a Sugar Mag, y'all. And then they ended with a really rocking Sugar Mag. But yeah, great show, great set list. I didn't mean to steal your thunder, Tony. Give me some Giants.
Okay. It was a great vibe at the ballpark yesterday. And you know, Yaz went deep, Chapman went deep, and Yaz, by the way, is seeing the ball really well, man. I'm really happy about him. And this kid, Jung Hoo freaking Lee, dude, like the vibe and the like people are clapping his name when he walks up to the plate. he doubled off one of the Brewers runners because he ran down it was a fly ball, but it was to right center. Ran it down and then hosed this guy at first to double him off. I know you didn't see the game, P. And then Landon, the Roop, there it is. There wasn't much Roop. There it is yesterday because he gave up, I think, 5 runs. I think 3 were earned. 6 hits in 3 2/3. But dude, the freaking bullpen, 5 shutout innings, dude. The Giants got down 5-2. And I was saying with to our kids and to the other family that we were with, this is a game that last year it's probably over.
Oh, they're losing that the last year 10 times out of 10. They're not coming back. Yeah.
They were down 5-2. Not the case yesterday. And also, can I give some love to our man Steve on keys? He busted out Cashmere, the organist at the ballpark. He busted out Cashmere. He busted out Stash from Fish. Like, the guy makes it so much fun. And it was a great vibe. The only thing I missed, and nothing against Carolyn McCardle, who does a good job on the mic, but I did miss Rennell's vibes on the mic.
Too.
I will say that forever.
Yeah.
And, but it was a very fun game because they scratched and clawed their way back in, dude. And it was like, this is such a huge win for this team.
Dude,
in the Posey era. I don't think this win happens last year, P. And I was so stoked because down 5-2, I'm like, this is interesting. And then they scratched their way back, man, dude. It was great, man. Chapman's home run, it was great. And it was off like 100 mile an hour fastball. And he tattooed it over the center field wall, 411 feet, man. It was bad.
Well, you and I just talked about that the other day. You and I were just talking about how pitchers of this era are kind of being instructed. It's so funny, actually, that we're having this conversation. Last night, I had a conversation with our friends at dinner about one of my nephews is playing college ball in Oklahoma right now. And he's a freshman at a school in Oklahoma, at a small college in Oklahoma, but they recruited him. He's on the team as a freshman. He's a pitcher. And he's already having a hard time because he had great success in high school, mixing speeds. He was like a Maddox guy. But he said now he's getting all discouraged because the coaches at his college are telling him, we got to get your velocity up. It's all about velocity. We're not as worried about location as we are velocity. And he's really struggling. So and he's losing his spirit. Like, he's getting all messed up. But that's, like you just said, Chapman, once you get to the bigs, that means nothing to big league hitters, especially guys like Chapman. They'll turn on that and knock it right out of the park. So I was disappointed to hear that, but not surprised. And I wish you could have a conversation with this kid because, you can, if you can,
your number, I'll talk to him because that bums me out, dude. It goes against everything that I believe in baseball. Like, dude, straight is straight. 100-mile fastball is still straight, right? I mean, you can do a 2-seamer and give it some tail, but I just location and differentiating your speeds. That is pitching to me. I just don't see any. So now you're getting me all worked up, Paulie.
I'm sorry. No, I know but to your point, like Chapman turns on 100 miles an hour home run. And by the way, dude, I'm telling you, the Giants, I know it's early, but they're 17-9. This thing is starting to feel like it's got some legs to it. This doesn't feel like this is just a hot start. It's like some kind of, mirage. I feel like this might be who the Giants are. And if there's anything they got to tighten up, what is it? The rotation at this point? I mean, where's the...
Sure. I mean, Birdsong is out there. I mean, and you want to talk to Jordan Hicks about having a 100-mile-an-hour fastball and how he's doing. You know what I mean?
Like, I do. Yeah, good call.
As well. And this kid who came in for the Brewers, he was throwing 100 miles an hour. And I'm like, first of all, I threw 6 straight balls. When he came in, I was like, okay, nobody cares how hard you throw a ball for. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I hate the fascination with exit velocity, launch angle, and pitching velocity.
And that's how kids are being coached now, though. That's how they're being coached.
Not me. Not if you play for me. No way. No chance in hell. And by the way, tip of the cap to the Brewers yesterday. They scored 2 runs on a freaking bunt because of the chaos that they caused on a bunt. I was like, you know what? It sucks that just happened, but my love of the bunt continues because of that right there. 2 runs they scored on the play. Because
Let me tell you something. My love of you, Creative Tony, continues to grow every time. I'm dead serious. Every time you talk about, I love talking baseball with Tony. You guys are going to see this as the show goes on. I do. It's one of my favorite things. He's got a great baseball brain. But Tony, my love for you grows every time you talk about bunting. I'm a bunt guy too. And I like the Giants are starting to incorporate that back into their game this year a little bit. It's been good to see that.
Yeah, I would like to see it a little more. Even like Chapman came up, runners on first and second, no outs, and I know Chapman's the 4 hitter, but he struck out on a really bad pitch, and I was like, now I get it. Well, no, I get why he's not bunting there, because he's your 4-hitter and you wanted him to hit a 3-run bomb, or you wanted to hit a gapper,
Right,
and score at least one. But I'm also thinking, God, if you can just get second and third with 1 out, and then have Ramos coming up after that, I don't know. Well, it's. I'm not going to question Melvin. I love Melvin, so
no,
I just do love the bunt, and when it's well timed, and when it throws, and when it catches the defense by surprise, it's freaking. It's incredible to watch. It's such a fun thing to watch.
It's a really great time to be a Giant fan in San Francisco. And again, I've got to be totally honest with you guys. I've been saying this since the beginning of the season. I did not expect this. I did not see this coming. I really didn't. I thought this was going to be kind of a year where the Giants would get back up on their feet, maybe have like a 500 season, maybe squeak in as a wild card. Maybe. Right now, I mean, they're 17-9, dude. They're 17-9. That's a big enough sample size for me to start feeling like this is who this team is. It's very encouraging. Tonight, you got Verlander going out there in San Francisco, Rangers in town, as Tony said earlier today. So it's a great time to get out there. Now, Tony, where were you sitting in the yard yesterday?
Section 105, great foul ball territory, really fun.
Any action?
Tons. We didn't get any balls, but there was like one, like literally the row in front of us, like 4 people over. A guy caught one, or literally fell into his lap. He wasn't even watching. It was a young kid with his girlfriend, and they were talking to each other, and it fell into his lap, dude. It was
Couple comments real quick. Scarlet Fire checking in as she is wont to do. Here she goes. It says it all right here. Chicks dig a squeeze play, Tony. Chicks dig a squeeze play.
Yes.
Definitely not going to argue with that. Los D says, that's right, Scarlet Fire. Let them know. Same kind of reaction from Don Peralta. Hell yeah, Scarlet Fire. Then I got my guy Jamar Stamps coming in. By the way, this version of the Giants might compete, or he says will compete for the division title. I wonder what's going on with the Dodgers right now, if they're just laughing off the Giants in the start that they've had, or if they are starting to be like, God, this might be something we got to contend with this year. And the Blake Snell news, that's what you get. That's what happens. Stevie B checking in. Squeeze sure to please. Very nice, dude. Squeeze sure to please. I feel you. I feel you on that one. Yeah.
The Padres have cooled off, by the way. They're 3-5 in their last 8 games. So they've cooled off. So it's like, if the Giants can just keep this momentum going, man. And I mean, granted, it's a long haul, and especially the NL West is the best division in baseball, if you ask me. It's going to be a wild ride, especially when the divisional games between the Padres and Giants and Giants and Dodgers start cooking up.
Right.
It's going to be I think it's going to be pretty intense, man. I can't wait.
I'm throwing something at you right off the top of my head. I got no business throwing this out here right now. I'm not sure I even know where this is coming from, but let me throw this scenario at you, Tony, and then we got to do the musical assignment and get out of here. But
I want to do a quick mailbag too, so let's go.
Okay, how do you feel about this Tuesday coming up? I'll get back into town Sunday. We do a show Monday. We do a show Tuesday. How does this scenario sound? Me and you meet at Longbridge. We nail a couple of those burgers that they're writing about on SF Gate, and then we get over to the Giants game. I'm just throwing it out there as a possible recipe for Tuesday, because I want to try this burger and I need to get out to a Giant game. So I'm just saying, keep that in the back of your head for Tuesday. I think I'm going to do that.
By the way, I forget what day next week I have jury duty, but please keep in the back of your head to like, it's, by the way, it's, they're not here, Paulie. They're at San Diego on Tuesday.
Oh, my bad. Okay. I didn't see the schedule. Okay.
No, but then they're back. They're back hosting Colorado. So maybe Thursday or Friday. We'll figure it out. We're
going to figure something out. All right. Give me your mailbag and then music and then bye-bye.
So mailbag, this is our own personal mailbag that I want to present to you, Paulie, because we both just are having a great week of live music. And Don Peralta also represented the PMP Army at Sturgill Simpson last night and said it was.
And so did Scarlet Fire. She was there too.
Nice way to go, Bonnie. Great job. I heard his show is incredible. That whole band, they're so freaking good. By the way, all the covers that they played by In Bloom by Nirvana, right? What was it? Party All the Time, Eddie Murphy.
See, stop right there. You don't need to say anything else. The guy covered Party All the Goddamn Time on stage at the Greek. I mean, that's like my wildest dreams. My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. Tony, I like how you're dancing along. You made me feel good. Go ahead.
I actually really like that song. It's like a guilty pleasure forever. It's a guilty pleasure forever.
Me too, man. Me too.
I want to thank John Joseph. I'm gonna show it to you later, Paulie. John Joseph sent us another Black Sabbath documentary that I'm gonna dive into this weekend. Thank you, John Joseph. I can't wait to explore it. He says, his email is really funny, Paulie. You'll see it.
Is this the Volume 4 documentary?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
believe
saw this.
so.
I saw this floating around. Awesome, John. Thanks for sending that in. I will
Yeah,
definitely check that out.
He says, I thought I would drop this tasty new Black Sabbath Volume 4 documentary on your laps.
Yeah.
He goes, just watch out. This may cause snow blindness and other drug-induced hysteria.
I'm familiar. Yeah, no, I'm familiar with the entire gamut, man. I've done it. Yeah.
Thank you, John. So let's
yeah.
get this. This is from this. I want to share this. This is from Stinking Badges. Stinking Badges, who sent us this. I'm going to share this, Paulie. I'm going to have to start it from the beginning.
Start at the beginning, buddy.
Can you see that? He sent me a couple where he goes out, I think it's like in the 5 a.m. hour. He drinks his coffee. He has his PMP Army shirt on, and he jumps rope.
Yeah,
okay?
he does. Sure, he does.
So he sent us this, man, and I'm thrilled to share it with everybody. So stand by. This is Stinking Badges, also known as Greg.
Okay.
There we go. Let me start it over, actually. Let's see if I can start it over. Here we go.
Damn, nice.
I got my coffee.
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
Dude, that shirt looks killer.
Look a nice swig.
Dude, like a gentleman. Just puts it right there.
Yep.
Looking good, brother.
Lauren jump rope.
There you go,
man. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Isn't it great? Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's what I'm talking about. That's all.
Let's go.
Dude, nimble footwork, dude. Nimble footwork. Keep that heart pumping. A little cardio is good for your head. That's great.
Oh, best. Freaking best. But great job, Greg. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. You're a freaking rock star, man. I love that. Thanks for sending that, man.
Keep going. Love
No,
it.
let him go. Let him go. I love it. I love it.
Exactly. Hold on. I got to stop that on my screen. Okay. Now, this is part of our mailbag, Paulie. This is from the show I went to Wednesday night, and I'm gonna show what you sent me. But this is Fish at Bill Graham Civic. And punch him in the eye. I just want to show everybody a little taste of what I saw Wednesday night.
All right.
I'm gonna go this back here. Let's go to the middle here. I'm in the top 323. By the way, that's Max's mug that you can see in there, Paulie.
Oh, nice. What's up, Max Medina? One of my favorite people out in the East Bay. Keep the scene clean, Max. I love you, baby. Say what's up to Allie for me. Yeah.
Max's mug, video shot by Joe. You know Joe, so I just wanted to show that.
I know all those fools. I love all of those fools. All of them. Yeah.
It was epic. It was epic. And those seats we got, thank you, Max. He waited in line. But anyways, I wanted to show that, and then I wanted to show what you sent me, which is, if there's an example of why you should get to the Sphere, it's the video that you sent me, Paulie. So I'm gonna throw this on the screen right now.
Sure thing, buddy.
Hang on. I'm gonna go back to the beginning.
See, we're starting on Ashbury. Yeah.
Yep. Oh. I'd be canned out, Paulie. Yeah. Come on. I mean, so
that was only the beginning. That's like at the very beginning of the show. I mean, we haven't even gone up into space yet, which you do shortly. They take the camera up into outer space and you're flying through the cosmos. It's freaking incredible. So great night last night. That little Franklin's Tower tease for you right there. And by the way, like you said, Tony, the PMP community was out in full force supporting the arts this week. Tony at Fish, Paulie Mac doing 3 nights at the Sphere. I think Sons of Johnny Lee was at the Pearl Jam gig, supporting the Pearl Jam tour. Bonnie and our guy Don Peralta were doing the Sturgill Simpson gig last night at the Greek. So we are holding it down. And by the way, let's segue right into music assignment. This is a perfect time to do it.
Paulie, really quickly, last thing.
Sure.
We had Mike in San Carlos. He corrected the City Connects for us. He wants to know. I just wanted to post this. He made some changes to the City Connects, and he wanted to know our thoughts. The hat stays the same. Yeah. But you see the font. The font is different on the jersey, and I think it's an improvement. So
I like it. I'll tell you this. I'm sorry. Tell me who sent that in, Tony?
Mike in San Carlos. He emailed this to us, and I loved it. I'm like, dude, okay, this is a much better effort, in my opinion.
I'll tell you the truth. I mean, if this was a if this was a possibility to like swap them, I would take this one over the one they actually are using. I would.
Same. Totally. So I just wanted to show you that. And now, Paulie, if you want to get into the musical ass.
Yeah. The musical ass. Yeah, I do want to get into the musical ass. All right, Tony, shout out Nicki Minaj once again and on Anaconda. Yeah, well, listen, I'm just telling you what I've seen, Tony. I didn't create the video, but I have seen it. So look at you. I like that. I got you. What? She's like, she's all about her elegant posterior. She really is. She celebrates it. You know what I mean? In her songs.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
I'll tell you one thing. If you're going to celebrate anything in this life, celebrating your glutes is not the worst thing you can do.
No.
As a matter of fact, I support it.
My grandmother used to tell me, if you got it, flaunt it. Go.
Yeah, and it's funny now since Jimmy Butler's injury is kind of centered around the gluteus maximus and the deep bruise. He's got a deep glute bruise. That is the diagnosis. We wanted to do songs today that involve, and with the intention of providing good energy and good particles to Jimmy Butler. I hope to see him in Game 3. If he can't get out there, I hope to see him in Game 4 at the latest. But songs about doctors, songs about medicine, songs about healing, anything in the medical, any kind of connection to the medical world will be accepted by the judges. Today, Tony, I'll go first. I'm going to go first, and then I'm going to let you kind of pick it up. There are so many different options, and I'm still debating right up until this final second about which direction to go. I'll tell you this. Let me throw it to you like this, Tony. I've got two choices. You help me decide. One of them is a submission from the Rolling Stones. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of them. They had a couple of hits back in the day. They were small. I don't know if you heard of the Stones, but I got one by the Stones, and then I've got one by Black Sabbath. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but I got a Black Sabbath.
I'm actually surprised because there's a Van Halen option I thought you were going to go with, but
I thought about that one too. Would you? I can do that right now if you prefer that. Would you like that?
I want you. You need to go with your gut. Remember, go with your gut.
Okay. Okay. Well, then I'm going to do this for John Joseph because John Joseph has been sending out all these great Black Sabbath documentaries, dude, and I appreciate that very much. I appreciate any brother or sister I have in the Black Sabbath community, and that includes Creative Tony, that includes Rags, your John Josephs, all you guys, Don Peralta, he's part of the scene. Ready for this, Tony? A Black Sabbath album that's not talked about a whole lot, and to be honest, it's not one of their best. It's kind of at the end of the Ozzy run when it was starting to get a little clunky. There would be like 3 or 4 good songs on an album, and then there'd be like 3 or 4 you don't ever really want to hear again. But this is one of the good ones. So the album was Technical Ecstasy, and the song is Rock and Roll Doctor. I got to see my Rock and Roll Doctor. And it's a great song. It really is a kick-ass Sabbath song, Rock and Roll Doctor. So that's my song for the assignment. And for Jimmy, I'm
going to lead. The PMP Army is coming strong right now with some song selections. And I've got Bonnie. She sent one in. Ray sent one in. Noemi sent one in. So stand by.
Okay.
But, by the way, Dom says, shout out Ass Man. Hey, Ass Man. That's Seinfeld. But Mark Graves is Dr. Doctor by UFO. Dude, UFO, man. You know who led me to listen to UFO is Mike McCready from Pearl Jam. He is a huge UFO fan. I'm like, you know what? If McCready is down, I got to dive in. So I dove in a few years ago, and I'm like, damn, dude, this is some really good stuff. So yes, Mark, Dr. Doctor by UFO. I love that. And then Sanchi, I had Sticky Fingers pulled out of my wall, but I put it back in for my selection. But he says Sister Morphine for Jimmy's glutes. That by that band, the Stones, that you've heard of, Paulie?
I did. I have heard of them. Yeah.
Then Dom saying Rock and Roll Doctor. Then Escobar saying Kiss calling Dr. Love.
Great one. And by the way, the Van Halen song you were alluding to was Somebody Get Me a Doctor. Great track, dude. Great track. Yeah.
Yes. Miguel saying Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah.
Rags, you have the same song as Noemi, so I'll get to that in a second.
By the way, and let me just tell you, the Stone song I was going to submit was called Dear Doctor. That's off Beggar's Banquet, Dear Doctor. But
dude, I thought you were going to do Sister Morphine. So that's funny that you say
it's another good one. Jesus Christ, you're coming at me fast and furious. Sister Morphine rules, dude. It rules. But I'm going to go Sabbath today. I'm going Sabbath. Yeah.
Patrick Patton with Dr. Green Thumb by Cypress Hill. That's freaking great, Patrick. By the way, Patrick, we got your Particle Land. We're going to play that next week, where he sent us a video of what's inside Particle Land.
I've seen it. It's amazing. Patrick, thank you so much, bro. Next week we shine a light on that. Don't you worry.
Yes, we will. And so, dude, thank you for everybody for these submissions. And also, Noemi and Rags both say Sexual Healing, Marvin Gaye.
When I get that feeling. Hey, by the way, what is your song though, Tony? What's yours?
I'm getting to mine in a sec.
Oh, okay.
Then, Ray, Noemi's better half. And I'm surprised Patty from Napa didn't say this, but Patty has her own. or did Patty say this as well? Patty might have said this as well. Bad Medicine by John Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
I want to give the whole band credit, of course. Oh, I know what Patty sent in. She sent in a picture of John Bon Jovi's glutes, so we should probably show that as well. And then
well, let's save that for next week. Say, I don't want to see John Bond's ass right now. Let's just give it to me next week, dude. Let me get through this weekend before. I'm not ready. I'm just not.
That's not going to get you fired up for Dead Company tonight.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's going to make me run for cover. By the way, John Joseph, dude, great track by Humble Pie. I don't need no doctor. It's a great one. Great one.
Can I give honorable mention for Dr. by the Thompson Twins? But I'm going to give you
yes.
I'm going to give you Bonnie, aka Scarlet Fire. She says Iko by Dr. John.
Yeah,
she
man.
Says Good Lovin'. And then she says, New Minglewood Blues, Doctor, call me crazy. Some says I am, some says I ain't. Okay.
Dude. His little girl called me a sinner. The preacher called me a sinner, but his little girl called me a saint. Okay, Tony, give me your track for the love of God.
And then she also said Doctor My Eyes by Jackson Brown. So there's that. That's
another good one.
Another good one. I'm taking the name of this album and Rising Wolf. If you're still listening or watching, I hope you are, because this is inspired by you, buddy. I love this album by Widespread Panic. The album is called Till the Medicine Takes. All right, here's the cover of it. Right,
nice.
Till the Medicine Takes. I'm going to show the fold real quick, just because it's a beautiful representation of Widespread Panic. Oh, sorry. Oh, so it's like all the guys in Panic. It's just a.
By the way, if I can comment, Tony, what you're showing me inside the triple gatefold is reminiscent of what Patrick Patton illustrated in Particle Land. Not that far off. Yeah, it looks like Particle Land right there, the inside of that thing. Yeah.
Dude, this album is so good from start to freaking finish. This album is really good. I can't recommend this album enough. It's called Till the Medicine Takes, Widespread Panic. But the song I'm going to go to is a song is called Climb to Safety. And Jimmy Butler, I'm asking you to climb to safety tonight. Just wherever you are, climb to safety. Take care of yourself, whether it's climb onto your bunk beds. Maybe you have bunk beds at home, or climb into your bed. Stay there. Get a good foam rolling session. Get a good stretch. Have somebody rub
and most importantly, Tony, get one of those 2-ply ass pads you were talking about, dude. You got to go 2-ply. Maybe my favorite riff of the day from Tony early on today. We got to give Jimmy a 2-ply. All right, Tony, I got you. Climb to safety. I'm giving you Rock and Roll Doctor and all the PMPers out there. Thank you so much. Rags, how do you mend a broken heart? How do you mend a broken heart? Like in a whisper almost, you know what I mean? Yes. All right. Anyway, Tony, that's my BG riff of the day. Thank you, Rags. Thank you, Rising Wolf. Thank you, Noemi. Thank you, Rags. Thank you, Dom. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you, Jamar Stamp. Thank you, all of y'all. Bonnie and Noemi and Patty from Napa and all of y'all. Longbridge Pizza on the way out the door, Tony. One more time while the getting's good. Tuesdays are the burger days. I cannot wait to sink my big fat teeth into one of those bad boys, because that looked really good. I can't wait to read the article on SF Gate, and I recommend everybody does. Read the review of Longbridge on SF Gate today, or just stop by this weekend. Look, we got Giants and Warriors on the same day tomorrow. That is the old 3rd Street two-step. Stop by Longbridge for lunch or dinner, depending on your own schedule. LongbridgePizza.com. The menu is available for everybody. You can get delivery if you live in the city. And then there's just the high quality of the food, man. The pizza's fantastic. The sandwiches are money. Tony raves about the Caesar salad. If you've got gluten concerns, no problem. They got gluten-free options for you. They've also got vegetarian options for people like Creative Tony. He's a big fan of that eggplant parmesan sandwich, as he should be. It's really good. I'm a chicken parm guy, but you also got the burgers on Tuesday, as I was mentioning, and then of course the entire vibe that they're laying out. Thanks to Neil Denardi. By the way, good to hear from you last night, Neil. We had a great time at the show, and Neil is just making sure that when you go in there, it's a very positive experience. He treats you like a family member, and he'll definitely take care of you. So stop on by Longbridge this weekend. The timing is right for dancing in the streets and eating pizza at Longbridge. So, Tony, let's wrap this up. Final thoughts, kid.
That's it, man. I just want to say thanks to Neil as well. Neil will be down at Hollywood Bowl seeing Fish on Saturday, I believe. So that'll be good. You're repping Dead & Co. He's repping Fish. I love it. Particles are in the air. Dude, the crowd at Longbridge pregame and postgame was great. So keep that up, people. Go there or go there to watch the games. Longbridge Pizza, or pick up for delivery or takeout.
Yes.
And also grab one of their tasty beers, and it's a say hi to Andre and get some of Paulie's stash behind the counter. So
you can say like, that is a tasty burger. Shout out Samuel L. Jackson. By the way, I got to make a confession here real quick. When I saw Pulp Fiction and I saw Samuel Jackson eat that burger, and then when he does that famous thing, he goes, "You mind if I wash some of this down?" And then he takes it and he goes, "What you got here?" He's like, "What is this, Coca-Cola?" And the kid goes, "No, it's Sprite." Dude, did you know just watching that one scene sent me like on a Sprite? Like I started drinking Sprite after that scene because wash it down with that tasty beverage. Sprite just hit all the right notes in my head, and I was glad I did that.
That's pretty wild, dude. And the way he drinks it out of the straw, dude, is just incredible.
He's like slurping it, with the ice at the end, looking at him, just staring right at him while he's slurping it. It's a great call, a tight shot of his face, like, just sipping and looking. All right, listen, everybody, thank you so much. Don Peralta, John Joseph, one more time, Jamar Stamp, Anthony, NorCal Refrigeration. We love all of you guys. Thanks for supporting the show. Thanks for stopping by today and all week long. I got dead shows to see, Tony. I'll report back live on Monday. Polymac Particles will resume broadcasting at 11 a.m. on Monday. Until then, Tony, you have a great weekend. All of y'all out there have a great weekend. Go Niners in the draft. We'll report back on Monday and get everybody caught up. Tony, final thoughts, kid.
Oh, wow. Well, I can't do this without Karen Bell just literally in the midnight hour. Wow. Have a wonderful Karen. Thank you so much. Karen, you have a wonderful weekend too. And I'm going to dismiss the class when you give me permission.
You, Karen. Yes.
Yeah. You're telling me permission?
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Class dismissed.
All right, Karen Bell, still love the glasses. Thanks so much for the contribution today. We appreciate that very much. Creative Tony, send us home, baby. Get us out of here.
Hey, Karen, thank you so much for the super and everybody who donated to the funds. Thank you so much for your support. Paulie, have a great time tonight. Thanks, a great time tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Ride that afterglow and spread it to all of us on Monday, buddy.
I will indeed, Tony. You have a great weekend, too. Go Giants, go Niners, go Warriors. For God's sakes, Jimmy, get well soon, brother. The Polymac Particle playlist will be updated in just a couple of minutes. Go to Spotify, enter PMP Playlist 25. All of the songs and the musical assignments are on there. It's a nice little compilation, I got to say. So today, Sabbath goes on and Widespread Panic goes on. Have a great weekend, everybody. We love you. We'll see you Monday at 11 o'clock. Cheers, y'all.